this is how my life will end, falling down in a monorail. Good morning and welcome to my second to last day of my Walt Disney World Spring 2020 vlog series. It always hits me on the second to last day. Like up until that, it's like a very like easygoing trip. And then it's like second to last day, I'm gonna have to leave in 2 days. So last night was a very late night. Today has been a very easygoing morning. I've already eaten breakfast. You missed it because I forgot to film it, but I got the same thing that I got a few days ago, the Mickey waffles and breakfast potatoes, and because I always love the potential of being disappointed with my food, I got the same topping too, the caramel bananas, and I'm glad that I got them because they tasted fantastic today. So that's good. I guess it was just the day that I got it, it wasn't good, but it was great today. And as you can see, I am walking. I'm going over to catch the monorail so that I can go to the Magic Kingdom because I have to go anywhere else today. If you have not been to Disney World since park hoppers came back after they reopened, what you got to do is you have to make a reservation for a park. You have to go to that park at some point in the day before you can park hop to another park. So I'm not planning on spending a lot of time at the Magic Kingdom. I'm just going simply so that I can go to Hollywood Studios when park hopping begins and EPCOT so that I can watch Harmonious for the last time tonight. Now I do have a dining reservation that I was able to snag at the Grand Floridian Cafe, so I'm going to go probably and just like sit with a cup of coffee on Main Street and people watch, stare at the castle and think how beautiful it is, and then take the monorail over for lunch. Let's go. So I thought instead of getting some coffee and sitting on Main Street, we could ride the People Movers because we didn't end the date just at night.
Please step carefully onto the moving platform, then step into the car. For your safety, remain seated throughout your journey, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside your car. Please supervise your children. Stay clear of the doors, which will open and close automatically. Enjoy your trip.
This land of tomorrow. It's the perfect theater for people watching. So keep your eyes peeled. You never know who you might see. Transit Authority proudly presents Progress City, Walt Disney's dream for an experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Progress City was the inspiration for EPCOT, and many of its forward-thinking ideas have been realized throughout Walt Disney World.
May I have your attention? Please remain seated. This ride has stopped temporarily and will resume motion at any time.
They turned the lights on. I don't think that's a good sign. Hey, we're back moving again.
If your future includes shopping, then you'll want to visit Star Traders. where you'll find the greatest goods from around the galaxy. Put the pedal to the metal and speed towards the checkered flag in your very own race car. Young or old, this is your chance to drive in the fast lane without worrying about getting a speeding ticket.
So we can see an update on what Tron looks like. I think this is going to be such a cool ride when it opens in like 20 years.
We're now entering one of the real wonders of our world, Space Mountain.
Control tower to confirm your flight to the moon.
Welcome back to Tomorrowland. Be sure to visit Space Mountain while you're here for an adventure that's out of this world. Hop on board the Astro Orbiter. Pilot your own spacecraft as you take a spin around the planet and ascend to otherworldly heights. We're now approaching Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Inside this rotating theater, full families welcome you into their homes of yesterday and today, starting way back at the turn of the 20th century. First presented at the New York World's Fair, this legendary circular theater celebrates the progress that has made our lives better. It's a perfect reminder that there's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day.
Report to your star cruiser and join me on this daring space mission against the evil Emperor's order.
As an honorary space ranger, you'll use your own personal laser cannon to save the entire galaxy. So drop in and join Mike Wazowski and all his pals at Monsters Incorporated Laugh Floor. Share the fun.
Yeah, very good. Keep it moving. We're on a tight schedule here.
Authority Station. Our Grand Circle tour is coming to an end, but not to a stop, because this transportation system never stops. Thank you for joining us on the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Okay, so it looks like we are walking. They can't dock the boat today, so walkway it is. That's nice though. It's a nice stay. And I have not done this walkway yet, so this is our view. The cast member said it is about a 12-minute walk from that point at the boat launch to the Grand Floridian on this new walkway, or newer walkway. And to access this, you would go straight to the boat launch from the Magic Kingdom. And that boat launch is the one for the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian. And very nice. They have some benches to either sit and look at the beauty that is the Grand Floridian, or to sit and catch your breath. There is a walkway from the Ticket and Transportation Center, the TTC, to the Polynesian. If you watched a previous episode in this vlog series, you will know from the Polynesian to the Grand Floridian there's a walkway, because we walked it. And then of course what we're doing now from the Grand Flo to the Magic Kingdom, and then Magic Kingdom to Bay Lake, or to the Contemporary. But I don't think that there's one from the Contemporary to the TTC, which to me would be great, because that way you can make the whole loop on foot if you want it. I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to, that would be fun. Or I guess if you're a jogger or something like that, you could jog in all of this beauty. Besides the fact that the sun is beating down on me right now, this has not been a bad walk at all. So Contemporary is there, Magic Kingdom is way back there. And then we have our Polynesian, the island that no longer exists. You can't go on it anymore, is there. And then we have the Grand Floridian. Alright, so this is where the walkway pops you out from. So by Gasparilla Grill, if you know where that is, at the Grand Floridian and the boat dock. And so now we'll continue our walk to the main building, which is where the Grand Floridian Cafe is. That was definitely longer than just a 12-minute walk. Now I didn't power walk my way through it, and I did stop like once or twice to take pictures, but just if you decide to take that walkway and you have like some sort of reservation or someplace to be, just leave a little early. Now it would have probably taken me longer than that to wait for the monorail and to go to all the stops in order to get to the Grand Floridian, because from the Magic Kingdom this is the last stop. So, you know, all of those places we talked about that I wish there was a walkway connecting every single one of them, you would have had to have stopped at each of those places. So it was a bit of a walk. It was very beautiful though, and I'm glad I made it. Here we go. It looks like they're doing a little maintenance. We'll go in the shade to finish our walk. Alright, and this is the restaurant I'm actually going to be eating at. I have to do a little walking to get inside. So there's about 20 minutes until I can check in for my reservation. So I'm just gonna sit in the lobby and cool off a bit. I did get a little sweaty, just a little. That cold air that we had the last 2 days has completely left, and like from here on out, it's gonna be hot or warm, depending on what you think of temps in the 80s. But yeah, I'm gonna cool off, drink some water, kind of rest. This is my view. I love the stained glass ceilings in the Grand Flo. So I'm going to put you up because I don't want to show anyone who's actually eating. This is, by the way, a brunch menu, breakfast, lunch. So if you want to scan your code right now to see the menu, you can. I think I already looked at the menu. I think I'm going to get a quiche that has tomatoes, feta, and spinach in it because that sounds delicious. And here is my lunch. So here is the quiche that I ordered, and I did not realize it came. It's some watermelon, so that'll be nice and refreshing. And I think this is arugula. Not exactly sure though. So on the first full day, vlog, not travel day, but day one, I showed that there was a sculpture made out of chocolate, and there's more around the Grand Floridian. This one is a Cinderella castle, Cinderella and the fairy godmother. There was one in the Grand Floridian Cafe too, but there were people sitting all around it, and I didn't want to like go up to them and bother them to film, but it looked like a Fabergé egg made out of chocolate. This one's gorgeous. It's been a few hours since lunch. I left the Grand Floridian, and I initially thought like I was going to finish and then it would be time to park hop again, but they took me a little early from my normal time that I had booked, so I had a few hours until it was time to park hop again, and I came back to do a very detailed room tour, and as well as kind of like to take you around to see like how to go from like the room to get your drinks and food and things like that. And this is where you fill your resort mug. So if you do want to watch that video, I'll have it linked down below for you. Right now, it is well within the window to park hop, and so I'm going to head over to Hollywood Studios. I was going to say my two main goals were going to be to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad and watch the Beauty and the Beast show. But it appears, now this may be changed by the time I get there, but it appears that Mickey and Minnie's is down currently. And so now my only goal is to catch the last showing of the Beauty and the Beast show.
Prince was spoiled, selfish, and unkind. One winter's night, an old beggar woman came to the castle and offered him a single rose in return for shelter from the bitter cold. Repulsed by her haggard appearance, the prince sneered at the gift and turned the old woman away. But she warned him not to be deceived by appearances, for beauty is found within. She had seen that there was no love in his heart, and as punishment she transformed him into a hideous beast and placed a powerful spell on the castle and all who lived there. If he could learn to love another and earn their love in return, the spell would be broken. If not, he would be doomed to remain a beast for all time. As the years passed, he fell into despair and lost all hope. For who could ever learn to love a beast?
Bonjour! 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 There goes the baker with his tray like always.
Marie!
The baguettes! Hurry up!
Oh, isn't this amazing?
Bonjour, Belle! Who does she think she is? Right from the moment when I met her, saw her. As you see, I've got biceps to spare. No one thinks like Gaston, that is this like Gaston. So I'm only the size of a bush. Ooh! Belle, it's about time you get your head out of those books and pay attention to more important things. Like me, it's not right for a woman to read as soon as she starts getting ideas and thinking.
Gaston, you are positively primeval.
You will marry me, Belle, so go get ready. Today's the day all your dreams come true.
What could you possibly know about my dreams, Gaston? I want adventure in the great wide somewhere.
No got more adventure than even she, in her wildest imagination, could have dreamed. For through a series of strange circumstances, she found herself held captive inside a dark and foreboding castle.
If we're going to do this, then let's do it.
But of course, we must make her feel welcome. You. And now, we invite you to relax.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. After all, now this is right, and the dinner here is never second best.
You're alone at the scare, but the bells are prepared.
Come on and get to our glass, we wonder all we have to be our guest, keep us listening.
10 years we've been rusting, needing so much more than dusting, needing exercise, a chance to use our skills.
Try to understand, Master. The poor girl has lost her father and her freedom all in one day.
You must learn to love another and earn their love in return.
I know. And then we might all be human again.
Stop.
You shouldn't have come to the West Wing.
And you should learn to control your temper.
She glanced this way, I thought I saw. And when we touched, she didn't shudder at my heart.
There may be something there that wasn't there before.
Belle has turned me down for the last time. No one says no to Gaston, but I have a plan. Someone has to protect our village. Kill the beast. We're not safe until he's dead. He'll come stalking us at night, set to sacrifice your children to his monstrous appetite. I say a prayer that we're there at the drawbridge of the castle. Roar, see him come, but we're not coming home till he's dead. Out your punch, screw your courage to the stinking place. Belle could ever love a monster like you.
Belle. You came back.
Of course I came back. I couldn't let them do this to you. It's all my fault.
At least, I get to see you one last time.
No, we're together now. I won't let you die.
It's better this way.
No. No, please, please, don't leave me. I love you.
that is always tied with, I was about to say that is my favorite show, but then I remembered the Festival of the Lion King. Those two tie for like hands down the best shows on Disney property. I think currently they're the only two shows, but even when more things were open, those were always my favorite. That show, the Beauty and the Beast live action, is actually the show that whenever I was younger I saw and wanted to work for the Disney company. So like in the parks, like actually in the parks. So always good to see that one. And I was wondering how they were going to do that closing scene, the one with all the dancing, because the performers are still socially distancing. So it was interesting to see, if you have not seen the original, instead of doing the sort of dancing that they were doing, which is a lot more historically accurate of when Beauty and the Beast took place in anyway, they just ballroom danced. And it was really cool costume-wise, because you got to see all the glitter and such in all of the dresses. But that was nice as well. We're going to take the boat on over to EPCOT. Mainly because I don't feel like walking and the Skyliners scare me. So, boat, here we come. So have the flower and garden passport. Since this is still going to be going when I come back in June, I'm not going to try to do every single thing and eat every single thing on this passport, but good to bring back to the room and look at before tomorrow. Ah yes, time for some violet lemonade. So this is the violet lemonade selection they have this year, and it is frozen. It is a non-alcoholic drink with an edible flower on top, but no, thank you. Cheers. Whew, that is really good, really refreshing. Just as good as I remember the regular one being. Let's take a look at some of the merchandise they have for the festival. So of course we have Orange Bird with no eyebrows, living that Y2K lifestyle, and here he has eyebrows. I didn't just notice that, that was pointed out by Danielle Disney, Dapper Danielle Disney. I can't remember her name, I'll link her down below though. Her socials, she pointed that out on her TikTok. Ooh, I love this. And then they have the mug version as well. And this is on the back of the mug. Look how cute the hat is, Plant Lady. We have Grow Green merchandise featuring Mickey. There is a Spirit jersey, that's the front of it, but because hands are full, I'm not going to show you the back now. Check back tomorrow, or in the next episode. And then the side of the sleeves has just what the back has. The back of the cup, that is. So we have some Tervises. Tervi, I don't know what the plural of Tervis is. And some Spike the Bee merchandise. Okay, this is a really cool mug. And it comes with a spoon. Okay, that might have to be my mug for next time. And that's the pass holder jacket. Figment, my favorite. Oh, I haven't ridden his ride yet this trip. Gotta do that at least 5 times before I leave in 2 days. Hey! And Olaf and Pascal. I guess that would make sense since they're all in the same family. And Groot and the raccoon, whose name I can't remember, from Guardians of the Galaxy.
able to tell all my...
Miguel, and the dogs whose name I forgot. I'm really bad at names. Like if I didn't grow up with the actual characters, I don't really remember their names. Well, sadly, Journey into Imagination with Figment is down. We'll have to do that tomorrow morning. Let's head into the land.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. Make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world.
Look at corn. Flowers.
Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production.
Look at the back of Donald's bag. It says seeds. I didn't notice that when we were here the other day. Okay, so I'm back in the room. As I'm sure you saw, I did not stay for Harmonious, and there were two main reasons why. So one, I'm finding this trip specifically that like Magic Kingdom and EPCOT are both really, really dark at night. I don't know if it's just like they're super dark because they're trying to cut down on lighting cost or something like that, or if it's because I take a medicine for my stomach that like dilates my eyes slightly, and so light is typically really, really strong, but then it makes it a little more difficult for me to see in dark settings because of that. So it's like the darkness plus the bright lights were kind of disorienting me tonight. And I developed, once I got into EPCOT, I developed a really bad eye ache. In the springtime, I get horrible ocular headaches. It didn't turn into a full like ocular migraine, thankfully, but it mainly feels, like best way I can describe it, like I got punched really, really hard in the eye. And so I thought, you know what? This is way too much. Can't see very well, and my eye really, really hurts. So I just took the monorail back. I did not film this because it was very dark, but I feared for my life for the first time ever on the monorail. It will not stop me riding the monorail at all, and this was like some weird little fluke. We stopped. Now, it's very common for the monorail to stop. Like, usually it's something that like someone might accidentally lean against the door, and so it sets off a sensor that stops everything, or it's a car up ahead, a train up ahead, a monorail up ahead that needs to clear the station or something like that. Like, that's not the thing that made me like borderline fear for my life. We stopped at an angle that I guess I never stopped at before. So the monorail is not just a straight shot in Walt Disney World. It curves, and sometimes it curves like this. But like you're moving so quickly, you don't notice that you're really being jostled around all that much. We stopped on the curve, and my car at least leaned. And so I'll show you with the camera what it did. We were all sitting there, and it stopped, and it stopped, and it was leaned like this. And so we were all like this, and I had never been stopped in that position on the monorail before, at that angle. And I thought, this is it. This is how my life will end, falling down in a monorail. Thankfully, though, to kind of like distract us, because we were all very much like the terror, you could see it in our eyes. Thankfully, we were all at an angle that we could watch the fireworks from the Magic Kingdom, so that kind of did distract us. But yeah, we made it back, thankfully, in one piece. I ate dinner from the Contempo Cafe with dinner for tonight from Contempo Cafe. This was exactly what I got the last time that I had, I think, dinner from Contempo Cafe. French fries with a grilled chicken sandwich that has pickles, feta cheese, and a chipotle mayo sauce. There's a lot more feta cheese this time, so really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it last time. I'm sure I will enjoy it this time as well. And I've rested, and I'm going to go back down and refill my resort mug and do a little shopping in BVG. So let's go do that. I really like this shirt. So it's the rainbow with the Cinderella castle, and on the back it says Walt Disney World 1971. But I can't find a price anywhere on any of these shirts. So unfortunately, I could not find a price tag on any of those shirts, even though it was super cute. I hope that they have them in other places on my next trip so that I can snag one. But I just ended up, you'll see it in tomorrow's video, because yes, I will be wearing it. Since, you know, yesterday we had a chocolate incident on the shirt, and I needed a new one. So, yeah, so this one is just a classic Mickey shirt, super cute, and hopefully it is comfortable. So today definitely took a different turn, or tonight rather, definitely took a different turn than I thought it would, but I did enjoy my day overall, even though kind of like at the very last moment, or I would say even though the very last like hour, half an hour at EPCOT, I was like, get me out of here now, like I want to teleport back to the room. Other than that, it was a really fun day. I'm not exactly sure how long this video is going to be, and I apologize if it is on the shorter side. Today was a very long day, a very enjoyable day, but there was a lot of like walking and a lot of extra things for the channel that I did that wasn't for this main video, so there probably won't be that much footage for the day. But thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, no matter how long this video actually is. Hold on, there's something going on outside.
Edition of this time-honored tradition. Enjoy the lights, the music, the magic of Disney's electrical water pageant.
Woo! I am assuming, though, that most of that is probably copyright music, so we're not going to watch all of it so that I don't get a copyright strike. There we go. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. If you want to make sure that you are notified of tomorrow's day, which is going to be the last episode in this vlog series, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell down below before you leave. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye!